What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. Excuse some lighting situation going on. I got a new light bulb. The light is it's doing something crazy. I apologize. I'm working on getting my lighting situation straight. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into this Love and Hip Hop season finale. Hollywood. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season finale. Now, first of all, normally these Love and Hip Hops, they run real smooth. But it looks like we're going to have a break between Hollywood and New York starting. I'm thinking because it's running into the Thanksgiving holiday or something like that. Because the reunion is next week. But the premiere of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood isn't until the end of November. But the only thing I can think of is that maybe with the holidays and stuff like that. And I hope they're not going to do a two-part finale. Because it ain't enough here for two parts. It just ain't. But they're going to try. I'm sure they're going to try to pull it out and try to make it out. But anyway. So y'all know it's the season finale. So they trying to really wrap up a lot of these storylines, or at least give you some sort of cliffhanger or whatever. We're going to have to wait a year to find out anything. Well, we're going to find out through the blogs anyway. But So we start off with the sip and see. What's it? The sip and see for baby princess. It is the cutest little baby. They just had a picture of her posted on Instagram today. That little chubby thing is just the cutest little thing. And they invited everybody. Ray J said this is a perfect opportunity for him and A1 to squash it. He said, everything, once he had his baby, things just changed. And he just wanted to be surrounded by love. And that A1 is fam. And that this is a perfect opportunity for them to sit down and really just work this out. And so they do. They sit down and A1 apologizes and Ray J apologizes. And they try to clear it up about the whole Safari thing. Ray J said, look, I apologize for inviting him to the dinner. That was really bad timing. I ain't know y'all was going to tell us y'all was pregnant. He said, but I really truly felt like I was looking out for you. I really felt like I had to have your back with this whole situation. And I just wanted you to know what was up and what was being said. A1 was like, yeah, well, Safari hit me up. And, he's in town, so I'm going to go ahead and hear what he has to say. And Ray was like, yeah, man, give him another chance. Let him talk, talk it out. Figure out what's going on. A1 is like, yeah, we're going to do that. On the other side of the party, we have Brooke and Marcus. Marcus got an attitude. Brooke is being Brooke. She's like, what's wrong with you? Why you got an attitude? Don't you be rolling your eyes at me? Like she didn't just set up a whole motherfucking catfish ambush the week before, right? She like, what you mad about? I don't understand. So Nikki Baby comes over and they squash the little situation that happened in London with the whole never have I ever. Nikki said, I know I probably said some things and I apologize for what I said. And Brooke was like, oh, so you want me to apologize back? Okay, well, I guess I'm sorry too. Brooke is a mess. Brooke is a mess. She plays her part well. Do you hear me? And so then she starts talking about Marcus and how Marcus has an attitude with her. And then she proceeds to tell Nikki Baby the whole situation that happened with the whole catfish and him liking the pictures of the other chicks and all that other stuff. Now, Marcus is like, yeah, I liked her pictures, but I don't see what the big deal is. See, there's a difference between liking pictures and calling people on the phone. I like pictures on Instagram all day long, but I don't call not near one of them. I don't understand why you calling people. And that's the part that Marcus, there's a little, like, I'm team Marcus, because I think you're a saint to put up with Brooke if y'all situation is real. But the disconnect is liking a picture and actually communicating with the person in the picture, two different situations, and you're wrong. Then Princess and Lyrica come through, and of course, Lyrica and Brooke, they still sort of beefing. And Princess talks about the Moniece situation and how Moniece was like, look, pull up, and she like, hey, I'm ready to pull up. I got my snapback, baby here. I ain't got to worry about that, so I'm ready to pull up. It's whatever. She want to do it. Let's do it. And then they get to talking about, then Princess says that basically Brooke and Lyrica, y'all need to make up. And she tells Brooke she needs to apologize. And Brooke is like, excuse me? I need to do what? She said, look, I already apologized. I'm not going to keep apologizing for the same thing. Either you accept my apology and we're going to move on, or you not. She said, but at this point, I'm not going to keep... She said, I've already apologized. I don't feel like I did nothing wrong, but I apologized anyway. And Lyrica was like, well, if she was really my friend, she wouldn't have a problem apologizing again. I'm with Brooke on that one. Look, I done already said I'm sorry. And there's nothing... Like, once something happens, all I can do is acknowledge that I was wrong in it and my fault in it. I don't have nothing more for you after that. Like, that's all I can give you. All I can give you is, I'm sorry. What more do you need or want from me? And if y'all are friends, either you want to accept that what I did and accept that I didn't mean to do it, or what I should say I didn't mean to do it, accept that I acknowledge that it probably wasn't an appropriate thing to do, and we move on, or we don't. But on that one, I'm Brooke. If I had already said I'm sorry, damn it, there's no test of my friendship by me saying it twice. What the fuck? I done said it once. Anyway, so Lyrica gets up and walks away because I guess Lyrica's like, all right, well then I can't be dealing with you. So there was that. I think that's all that went down at the Sip and See. I don't know. I ain't see Brandy at the Sip and See. I ain't see Miss Norwood at the Sip and See. So I guess it was just a Sip and See for Love and Hip Hop. I don't know. Then again, they don't really need to Sip and See because they didn't already seen the baby, I guess. So I guess they ain't really need to be there. But I've gone. I probably would have went though. If it was my niece or nephew, I still would be there. I still would be there. But anyway, neither here nor there. That's how that went down. So then we see Apple Watts, and they're doing the whole DNA test thing with Apple Watts. They're doing the whole DNA test with the daddy situation. So they go to I was gonna say the studio. They go to the clinic to get the DNA test. Now look, let me say this. Apple Watts' body is banging. Like, as a straight woman, that her body is bad. Now I don't know how much of it is artificial and how much of it is hers, but that thing is the outfit she wore in this she had like the little overalls, like the back in the day stonewash overalls, and with with her stomach out and it was low cut in the back. I said, this girl, she know her body banging. She know it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish out their storyline because I'm not going to prolong their situation. So what went down was they get the DNA test back, and it comes to find out this man is not her father. So then he goes on to explain to April how he knew all along he wasn't her father, that they had a DNA test back when she was first born. And when she reached out to him and found him, he felt like she needed a father figure, so he wanted to step in and be a father to her. He said, but I want to say this to you, because I know you're going to keep looking for your real father, but just understand that you need to learn how to be a daughter. She was like, what? You don't know how to be a daughter. I tried to be a father to you and you wouldn't let me be a father. She was like, because you were a stranger trying to get in my business, and that was weird to me. And now come to find out you weren't even my father. So you are a creep. Like, you want some creep shit. Now, I absolutely positively have no idea why the fuck this dude would go through all of this knowing he really wasn't her father. What you should have said at the beginning is what you said just now. Said, look, had a relationship with your mother. I am not your father. However, I would love to get to know you, and I would love to bring you into my family and treat you as such, because, I feel like you got a bum rap. Like, you could have easily said that and then let her make the decision, and then she would know. But you can't become instant daddy. Like, and some people can do that. Some people meet their parents for the first time and it's like automatic, boom. But then there are other people, especially with her background, having gone through the things that she went through and being treated the way she treated and all the shit that she went through as a child, which we only know a part of it. Like, I can only imagine she was sexually assaulted. She was in foster care. Her mother was on drugs. Like, you can only imagine what this child has gone through and how many different people have disappointed her or taken advantage of her or treated her wrong. So you have to understand that she ain't going to just jump up and be like, Daddy! And now come to find out that this was all bullshit. See, she better than me because I probably would have took a swing at his ass. But she walked off. Now, it's Rox said in her video that one of her subscribers told her that this man is an actor. Now, and that he was one of the board of trustees on Greenleaf. Now, I believe it, because his face looked familiar to me from the beginning. I just thought, I thought it was me. Like, But he really did look familiar to me. So he probably is a little bit actor. But that goes back to what he said at the beginning about these contracts and about being in the business and him having knowledge of how this business works and how he wanted to look over the contracts to make sure she wasn't being taken advantage of because he knew people in the business. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? That makes more sense. But again, be honest and say, look, the reason why I really want to know what's going on with you and your business is because I have some knowledge and I have friends who are in the business and I have friends who've been taken advantage of, and I'm just looking out for you. But at the end of the day, that whole situation was some bullshit because I'm really not understanding what his whole purpose in doing all that was in the beginning. And once the DNA test situation came up, your ass should just pulled her aside and said, look, There's no need to take the test because I already know the results. But here's where I'm coming from. But neither here nor there. Of course, Apple was disappointed, and Sean Lee came and picked her up, and she told her what was up. And, Sean told her, she said, Apple, look, first of all, you don't have to be so hard. Because, Apple was like, I'm good, let's just go to the studio. And Sean was like, no. She said, you need to let that out. You don't have to be so hard. You don't have to be so gangster. If it hurts, it's okay that it hurts. And, she kind of pulls away from Sean, but she gets in the car and you see her crying. And, Sean talking to her, she said, look, we'll find your dad if that's what you want to do. I'll help you. We'll find your father. She said, but what I want you to do is I want you to find out who Apple Watts is first. I said, I know you better preach it. Because she does. Because at the end of the day, the one thing that dude said that did make sense was, you find your real father, you're going to run into the same situation because you are not open to a relationship because you don't trust anything. You don't trust anyone. And it would be hard to build a relationship when so many walls are in front. So his point was valid. It was just coming from the wrong person because at that point, she wasn't hearing nothing he had to say. And I probably would not have either. We see K. Michelle, a.k.a. Kimberly, and basically she like, look, after my surgeries and, me and my record label parted ways, I'm back in the studio and I'm about to come out with a new album. Looks like it's going to be called Kimberly, or that she's now really officially going by the name of Kimberly, which is, that's her prerogative. But that's pretty much it. I haven't figured out if she was supposed to be a bigger part of the show, but then she got sick and had to have those surgeries, or if that was really, she did all that she was going to do, like that whole Keisha Cole thing last year, where basically I'm just here to promote my album. Like I'm going to give y'all just enough to promote my album and get this check. So, what else went down? Okay, what went down next? Trying to go in order. Okay, so A1 met with his mom. Because, she was like, Pam was like, look, after them text messages that Patrice showed me, I need to know what's really going on with A1. And this just ain't making no sense to me. So he meets with her and she tells him, look, I done seen those text messages. And you know that Lyrica, or you felt like Lyrica was cheating on you around the time that y'all weren't together. Like, don't act like I'm crazy for saying, that I want to have a DNA test and stuff like that. Like, I'm not crazy. You know that there's some shit going on and you even feel it yourself. So just because you've moved on, don't act like the rest of us are supposed to just accept that because we only want what's best for you, and it's something just ain't right with this situation. And A1 tells her point blank, which this is so valid. He said, look, what we decided to do is we decided to take all these outside elements outside of our marriage and focus on each other. Because everybody else has an opinion. And we just can't keep letting everybody else, you, Big Lyrica, my brother, like anybody else's opinion to influence what it is that we're doing in our life right now. And so she said, yeah, but not your family. Your family, don't forget your family come first. He said, no, my wife comes first. And you know what? That is 120% true. At the end of the day, and the Bible says it, leave your parents, cleave to your wife, cleave to your husband. That is what you are supposed to do. Lyrica should come first. Now, they've got a whole lot of other stuff coming on. And, of course, family's going to have an opinion because family never wants their family to be taken advantage of or hurt. But at the end of the day, if A1 has made a decision to be with Lyrica and move past all of this and ignore it or forgive it, all y'all can do is support that. But y'all said y'all piece. He's going to do what he's going to do, Then we see him meet up with Safari. Now, let me tell y'all something. I don't know what it is about Safari and not being able to give straight answers. Because, again, that conversation with Safari put me right back where we started. Because Safari, he said, I didn't sleep with your wife. But then when he started talking about the text, he said, me and your wife did used to talk. And she did confide in me that y'all were having some problems. And she felt like you were in the studio too much and stuff. He said, so I apologize for entertaining those conversations. He said, but, I never slept with your wife. He said, well, what about these pictures? Now, all of a sudden, Safari talking about something. Look, I don't know about no pictures. I don't remember sending no pictures. I got a bad memory. Motherfucker, if you don't. And so, it's, now, first of all, earlier on in the season, you did admit that you said you slept with Lyrica. He gonna try to say Ray J misunderstood me. No, Ray J ain't misunderstand shit. You said it. You said you sent the picture because you said you sent it by accident. Now, all of a sudden, you ain't got no good memory. See? And A1 was like, well, look, dude, I appreciate you talking to me, but I still can't rock with you. Exactly. Because what you saying don't make no sense. You are not making any sense right now. So no, we can't rock. We can't rock with each other because this don't make, none of what you saying makes any sense to me. So, trying to think of it. Look, y'all, I'm trying to get, because I'm out of order now. I'm all out of order. So then Safari meets up with Ray J and Rockstar. Rockstar's such a fucking clown. Oh my God. Now he got this mask over his face talking about, I don't even remember what he said about it. But he meets, so Safari comes in and Ray J tells Safari, look, I'm feeling some kind of way because you got me out here looking stupid. He was like, I met with, Safari says, I met with A1 and I let A1 know that, I never slept with Lyrica. He was like, but you told me you did. He was like, I don't know, you must have misunderstood me. Ray J was like, I misunderstood you. He was like, man, you got me out here looking messy as shit. Got me looking like I'm the bad guy, like I'm starting shit. He was like, I don't really appreciate that. And he rolls out. But basically, Safari told him, he was like, what about the pictures and stuff? He was like, look, man, I just got a bad memory. I got a bad memory. You ain't got no bad memory. You know what you did and what you didn't do. No, good and damn well you sent that girl that picture. Now, I don't think they had sex. That part, I truly do not believe. I do not believe they had sex. But I do believe you sent her that damn picture. And I believe y'all were flirting. Because Lyrica said they had broken up. Like, he moved his stuff out the house, told his family he was done broken up. Shit happens. Shit happens. Now, do I believe that Lyrica was reaching out to these other dudes? Do I believe that Lyrica was flirting around? And I believe Lyrica might have even slept with somebody else. I don't think it was Safari, though. I think it was this mystery boyfriend that they was talking about in the text messages last week. But, it's the kind of shit that goes down. So, okay. Jay Will and Just Brittany, they make up. And Jay Will makes up with Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray sets up a little venue for him where he can perform as Jay Will. And he goes out there and then he apologizes to Just Brittany. He says, I was wrong. I did too much and I apologize. I was wrong for that. And Brittany apologizes and it's cool. Brittany, I wasn't crazy about how Brittany came on to the show, but she seemed to kind of take a different direction these last few episodes, so I can appreciate that. So A1 goes back to Lyrica, and he says, look, I talked to Safari. Safari told me he didn't sleep with you. He said, but he was real cloudy about some other stuff that just don't sit right with me. And then he says, and I got people who I really love, who I know really care about me, are really telling me about other dudes and about other situations that I really need to be concerned with. And with that, I'm just not sure. And Lyrica was like, well, what are you trying to say? He was like, I don't know, but I know that something just ain't sitting right with me. She said, so do you want me to get a DNA test? And he was like, yeah. He said, she said, what about the vow renewal? He was like, everybody don't need to know what's going on in our business, even though you're in front of a camera saying it. That's another conversation. He said, but everybody don't need to know what's going on. Because he said, I still love you. I still want to be with you. But I also want to know what's up. I want to know if, while we were separated, if there was something else that went down. Which says that he doesn't really truly believe Lyrica. But I can see where Lyrica is coming from because it's like, look, I can see where he's coming from because it's like, look, these are people who really do care about me. Like, it might have been messy how it was done, but they do love me. They want to see me win. And so there's some legitimate situations going on here. So, of course, she cries and she's like, that is not the answer I wanted to hear. Like, I ain't even really mean it when I said it. I just kind of threw it out there. But they go through with the vow renewal. Big Air Lyrica is singing, honey. She sang her little song about putting a ring on the finger. And she sang her little heart out, honey. And so they kind of do the vow renewal, and Lyrica, it was really sweet. You're my best friend, love you to death, blah, 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 blah. And, A1 comes around, and A1 says the same thing, like, I love you, and we'll make it through whatever it is we got. We've been through a lot, and we're going to be through a lot, and I'm with you 100%. So that lets her know, look, hey, whatever goes down, we together. Now, on the messy side, Paris done dropped the pin to Booby because Marcus is at the spot. Jay Will done dropped the pin to Moniece because Princess is at the spot. So Moniece rolls up talking about something. So what is it? What's it going to be? And Princess was like, I want to fight you. That's what it is. So it was stupid. Princess is throwing drinks, throwing cups, and Monique was like, look, I ain't gonna hit first now. If you hit me, we can fight, but I'm not gonna hit you first. And of course, security is between both of them. Ain't nobody gonna hit nobody. Ain't nobody getting to nobody. And they proceed to just throw shit at each other. And Monique actually throws the damn cake. And all A1 had to say was, oh man, you got these on my Gucci's. Do you know how mad I would be if somebody threw my damn fucking wedding cake? But of course, nothing really went down. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't no fight. Nothing happened. Then Booby rolls up on Marcus. Marcus is like, why are you here? Dude, she don't want to be with you. You ain't never going to get it. She with me. And Booby talking about something. I mean, I heard about y'all being engaged and y'all got a situation, partner. I just want to know what's good. Marcus was like, what? What are you talking about? Now, Marcus is the one. I believe Marcus will whoop all of Booby's ass. And of course, security wouldn't let them get to each other. But Booby was like, man, if I really wanted to put my hands on you, I'd have been put my hands on you. Marcus was like, well, I ain't hard to find, player. Like, what's up? And Marcus was really trying to get the Booby. Like, he was playing that little, I'm good, I'm cool. And then going to try to rush past security. And they was like, nah, we seen that trick. We fell for that with Jocelyn, in 08. We ain't going to go there. And so they go back and forth, but I don't know, Booby, why the fuck are you there? She's talking about some Brooke don't have no father, Brooke don't have no brothers. I'm just here to look out for her. He was like, you ain't never around when she needs you. When she needs something, you ain't nowhere to be found. So why you here now? He was like, I take care of the kids. I pay the bills. Marcus talking about, Booby talking about some, what bills you pay? He was like, all of them. I pay all the bills. So he was like, why you even here, dude? Like, where you coming from? And I say the same thing. Why are you here and where did you come from? So that's pretty much where the season ends. They do that whole everybody situation. Ray J, this beautiful baby girl has changed my life. I never thought I could love like this before. Lyrica and A1 are going to they hearing the baby's heartbeat. And he was like, until I find out different, this is my baby. And even if I do, that's still my baby. And me and Lyrica are going to be together. Paris talking about how she's always been everybody else's sidekick, but now it's her turn to take the lead, and you gonna see Miss Paris in the future. She got that movie coming out, and I'm sure she got some other things got lined up. Moniece is doing her music thing. Apple doing her music thing. She said her life changed after she met A1 and Sean, and she's just enjoying life and enjoying the things that are coming her way. Then we see Brooke and Marcus. They talking about how they really still having some problem. Now, Brooke is still hanging out with that damn rock star. He having some sort of boat party, yacht party, and she there calling Marcus. And Marcus is at the bar flirting with some woman talking about, I really love Brooke and I'm really trying to be a good guy, but it's hard. But then when she calls, he answers the phone and they talk. So it looks like they having some conflicts, but they're trying to work it out. So that's the season, y'all. Again, like I said, we'll see the season finale because for real. Oh, I'm sorry, Tia Marie and Nikki Baby, yeah, whatever. I'm not. No. So we'll see on the reunion. But honestly, as far as I'm concerned, they don't need to really have no reunion. What we gonna talk about? Y'all tell me in the comments. What is there to talk about? All right, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace.